Hello guys. I was thinking about a lot since my last video and the feedback I got from people when I called out the church. People wrote different things when I wrote the first message though. But I was thinking and I looked. Jesus says, make a tree good and its fruit good will be good or make a tree bad and its fruit will be bad. For a tree is known by its fruit. You brood of vipers, how can you who are evil say anything good? For out of the overflow of the heart the mouth speaks. This was Jesus talking to people. Or how about the time he went into the temple to whoop people's asses? Like, get out of here, this is my father's house. The thing is that we have gotten to a culture where we've adopted a culture where people shouldn't be told what's wrong. Oh, you're doing well, just go on. Let me quickly read what I think. There's something Chimamanda wrote. I know some people don't like Chimamanda. It's not everything she says I agree with though. But let me see if I can quickly read it. It was posted by this Sammy Job. I actually shared it, but I can't find it. So let me just go straight to his own. Yeah, here you go. It says, in certain young people today, like these two from my writing workshop, I notice what I find increasingly troubling. A cold-blooded grasping, a hunger to take and take and take, but never give, a massive sense of entitlement, an inability to show gratitude, an ease with dishonesty and pretension and selfishness that is couched in the language of self-care, an expectation always to be helped and rewarded no matter whether deserving or not, language that is slick and sleek, but with little emotional intelligence, an astonishing level of self-absorption, an unrealistic expectation of puritanism from others, an overinflated sense of ability or of talent where there is any at all, an inability to apologize truly and fully without justifications, a passionate performance of virtue that is well executed in the public space of Twitter, but not the intimate space of friendship. Let me read another one that will marvel you guys. You're gonna be surprised, so I'm gonna quote one of your favorite guys. So some of you might already know where I'm headed now. Here's Paul to Timothy. These also know that but mark this, there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not lovers of good, treacherous, rash, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying the power, have nothing to do with such people. This is Paul saying, cut them off. So where did I even go wrong? If something is not helping, I will call it out. If you're walking to the ditch, Moses put in his law, if you see your enemy's cattle falling into the ditch, help the cow. That's how humans are supposed to be. You don't carry your grudge over to the next person. Jesus made it easy. If someone offends you, go and tell her what the offense is. If the person doesn't listen. Now, here's the thing about our generation. It's not as ignorant as the last one. We now have mental health. We understand different communication styles. So it's possible you did not communicate it well to the person. Because I tell people, communication is not when you say it. It's when the person has understood what you're trying to say. Not when you think you've said what you want to say, but when the person has duly understood what you're trying to say. That's why you see us rehashing and repeating. And sometimes I'm patient replying people. Because if they don't get the picture, then I have not communicated to them. That is what communication is supposed to be. People should understand what you're trying to say. Not you think you're done saying what you want to say. We have to have hard conversations. If someone offends you, go and tell him his fault. Tell him his fault. Tell her fault. If she doesn't listen, go with another person. If they don't listen, now report to the authorities. It's a pattern. It's a strategy that will help you live a long life. Then if the person is toxic, just cut him off. Jesus said if your eye is going to cause you to sin, cut it off. I mean, Paul says have nothing to do with such people. So was I brash? Heck no. Well, according to Jesus' standard. So guys, stop being sentimental. Let's embrace these truths. Even if it's coming from me, you don't like me, that's fine. You hear it from somebody else. If it's coming from, even if it's coming from somebody else. You know, there was a time where he even said, we're not called to the church, but to the world. He made people stop coming to meetings. How come there are meetings again in church? So there are truths everywhere. Buy the truth, sell it not. Hold on to it. Peace out, guys.